You know what? The most bizarrest thing is Take Two. For some reason, some having technical difficulty. It's me and technology. Another thing that's bizarre about me, but that's a different story. Uh, I I don't really know what face to put on when it comes to more or less interacting with others. I mimic so much that I feel as if literally I actually know, not just feel as if I know if I don't mimic other people's emotions or mimic their moods, I am considered weird, I am considered off, I am considered bizarre, different, crazy, cuckoo, this, that. But like the only way for me to explain it takes too long, so I just refuse to, and I just learned to copy you because, well, I guess if you know what move to choose, and I guess I might as well just. That's more or less the only time I'm a follower. The rest of the time, I'm just leading and leading myself to death because I literally think like, what do I want to do? And death is literally the first thought that pops in my head every fucking time. Like, what do I want to do? Death. What do I want to be? Death. What do I want to do? And this, that. And it's like, I get it. I don't really accept existence. I'm not a huge fan of it. And there's many reasons to it. Just, I think for the fact of the matter is, it's like playing a game and knowing that the likelihood of you winning the game, beating the game is very low odds, but at the same time, to win the game isn't to win the game how everybody else assumes. That's how you win the game, to get all the money or as much money as you need to get that dream body that you want, rather if it's your internal dream body or an external dream body, as in work on yourself, find someone to marry or uh, just spend the rest of your life with or whatever it is and get that white picket fence, get that, get that, get that. And I'm just like, what if my whole entire meaning of existence was just to be born, bitch a lot, and then die? Like, what if I'm not meant to have a mansion? What if I'm not meant to have whatever that significant other is? What if I'm not meant to have that uh, that spectacular, luxurious life in a sense? Because to assume that the person that has everything is the most happiest person in the world, and reality isn't what it seems to be, it is what you perceive it to be. And rather if I believe I deserve it, rather I believe I don't, I know I am correct in either way of the thinking, because essentially how I've come to think and learn about life is we all live in different worlds. We share a view. And I don't know if you're the first you, the second you, the third you, or even the you that I originally met, or any iterations of you. I just know that the person that stands next to me seems different to me, and I'm questioning why. Did you change the channel without changing it with me? I don't really get it. I do get that there's a lot of things going on in my mind. I have to mitigate it from ever leaking out because, well, not all of it, but definitely manage and mitigate what comes out, because not everything that comes out is rated E for everybody. Some of the shit's rated T for teen, some's only for mature, and then the other shit is just shit that we'll lock in the vault, because certain things that I think about and certain things I want to do, I've come to learn that those are things that you only do in selective groups around selective people, those that won't speak. And that's not because of money, it's more or less because, well, they realize how screwed the game is too, and it's, you had to do what you had to do, and if you didn't do that, then they would have done that to you. And I would rather not become a victim, I'd rather be a criminal if those things ever arise, because I have to wait for those that are not baptized. I have to wait for those that have the education, the training too, even though they're slow to meet to me. So I just did what I needed to do, what I thought I had to do, and I guess if I told the wrong people, then I would be in trouble for doing nothing wrong in my book. But it's illegal to stand up for yourself. This is why we have people to stand up for you, but they're paid by other people that tell you to sit down, shut the fuck up. I've just, like, I'm aware that caution, proceed with every human interaction. You never really know who you're interacting with until you do. And is it in a room full of people, or am I alone? Am I with a monster, or am I with a human? What will be of me? What will be of us? Will we walk out together, or will only one of us leave? And without always going inside my head, because some people learn to act, some people are truly that, And to always have to always have to balance the difference between that's who they truly are and this is the part they play is so hard for most people, including me. So I can't read these signals. I don't get what you truly mean. Like maybe you're just acting mean or you're truly mean because that's just the way that you are. And some people only act mean because that's the easiest way to stay safe in a world where there's a bunch of actors and actresses. And you just think those that are on the big screen get paid. You just think those that are on the big screen are only actors and actresses. I remember being told a lot of times growing up, act right. You know how to act. Stop acting like that. Act. That's all it ever is a performance. And I don't perform much when I'm around me. I only perform for you guys because if I didn't, then I'd be weird and I'd be creepy. Why doesn't he show much range of emotions? Why does he laugh at this? Why is he upset at this? Why? Because I'm disconnected from most of it. Like, I get it. Life and death are two things that are going to always happen and always be recurring. There's no stopping it. But there are certain things you can stop, which I feel as if I get more upset about rape and molestation than I do about death, because in my mind, in my world, in my reality, death is something that's inevitable. There's no stopping death. There is always going to be an end for someone, something, somehow. So I figure death is something that can't be stopped. Life is something that can't be stopped. But to rape somebody, well, there's many ways you could have stopped that, like more education on the person, the people in the room standing up for the person, keeping an eye on the drinks, keeping an eye on the food, keeping an eye on whatever the fuck you may need to, making sure as soon as you notice that somebody that might have been a little bit too out of their mind and out of their body to be able to functionally enjoy the party, to make sure that they're in a safe area. But I do realize that you are your own guardian, so why would you be so reckless? Why would you be like this? But yet again, to double back onto watching the drinks, watching the food, who's to say that they intentionally try to get that enamored? There are many ways to prevent rape. There are many ways to prevent molestation. There are many ways to prevent things like in those cases. But life and death are two things I've come to accept that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Rather, if somebody that I fancy brings life into this world without me, that works. Or if they are to decease without my knowledge, I am aware. It is what it is. And I should have enjoyed the time that I had around them as a single, non-human carrying person, I know, parent, or as a living, breathing person before they have deceased. I am aware that death is always going to be part of existence. Existence and death, there are a couple that always come hand in hand and they'll never leave. But rape, molestation, kidnapping, robbery, all those things are things that we choose and we allow, more or less. Like, fuck, I'll be honest, I've been raped, I've been lied to, I've been molested, I've been robbed, I've basically, I want to say, had it all done to me to some degree or not. But the fucked up part is, because I used to watch, and I still kind of do, watch a bunch of movies, and the way that they depicted all those scenes to be so aggressive that when it happened to me, I literally had to be like, that shit, that really did. Like, when it came to rape and robberies and stealing, I've always seen it like at gunpoint or like really all up the aggressive into your face and just, but like when those happen to me, like for me, I've gotten like someone stolen like an ounce from me before. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. Another girl that I was like fucking around with, she had cameras all over her fucking place on the inside too. I set some money on her table. All of that shit was my fucking money. And like, she did have some money, I'll admit to that, but like, she did not have the capacity of money that I did. I had a bunch of singles and shit like that. So, I don't know, she was being hot and cold with me the whole entire fucking night, so I decided to get my stuff off the table. And I had clothes on there, like I had a sweatshirt and I had the money. I put on the sweatshirt first, I go grab the money, and she literally accused me of stealing first. Like, what, you're gonna come to my house, you're gonna eat with me, and I'm gonna pay for everything, and you're gonna steal from me? I'm just like, I am not stealing. I'm just keeping my voice calm. She's yelling at me. And I'm thinking the whole entire time, like, this bitch is robbing me, this motherfucker. And I'm thinking also, like, you will literally have cameras. I'm actually also reinstating to her, you have cameras, you have cameras, you have cameras, check the cameras. Because you don't have to believe shit that I say, but if you literally have cameras up in your place and you're accusing people of doing shit, bitch, what the fuck's the point of the cameras if you ain't gonna use the shit? Run that shit back. She knows she fucking did me dirty. I've also had another chick steal one of my fucking pens, weed smoking pens, not writing pens. And it's just like, wow, because that one was just like me spaced out, not realizing that she handed it back to me until I drove back. And I was like, wow, because she also did that with a lighter. She tried to accuse me of having a lighter. I'm like, no, you held on to the lighter, you kept the lighter. And like, I didn't even realize that she kept the fucking thing until I like got home and I tried to talk to her about it, and she was just being another bitch about it. So I'm just like, wow. Rape thing, yet again, female incident. A lot of these incidents are females. Aside from the stealing, that was dudes. Rape incident, she just accused me, oh, you're only using me for sex, blah, this, blah, that. And that's because I didn't want to have sex. I'm like, no, I just don't want to have sex. And, she was just dick hungry all the fucking time. So that one, and molesting, that was done by a dude as well. That one I had to think about. Like, I didn't even realize I was molested. I was just laying in my bed one fucking day as like a high schooler thinking about my memories. I'm just like, that was Ethan. We were molested because adult, not a doctor, not a parent. Woods, nobody else around. Playing doctor, doesn't have a doctor's degree, didn't even pretend to. So like, what? Oh yeah, I went a little too far because I was telling the story. Fuck me. Didn't have a doctorate degree, didn't even pretend to, and I'm just thinking, we were molested. We were molested. Okay. And none of this shit happened, It's just, it is what it is. Like, that person that actually is in jail, but not because of what they did to me, is because what they did to other people. And like, it's crazy to stop and think about, because like, it wasn't like how you're used to seeing it and how I was used to seeing it. Like, I didn't even realize those things happened to me until I stopped and thought about it. I was like, wow. I guess it just makes me more of a worldly person, right? Regardless if people believe in my experiences or not. Like, I've experienced shit, and I wouldn't say I'm any more damaged than I already was from the stuff, because I was also abandoned at a very fucking young age. I'm a fucking orphan adopted by a bunch of other people that end up emotionally neglecting me because I always put other people's needs first. And like, one thing I'll give the old man that I could never give to the old lady is he would always say, you need to take time to yourself. You need to take a break. You need to slow down. And he would always remind me not to stress it right now, whereas she's like, now. And like, she ingrained that now mentality, which makes me kind of go speed racer, always thinking what could be better, blah, this, blah, that. Whereas he was the one that said, calm down. But I don't know why I always took the super sense of urgency when in all reality, all this reality is made up by who fucking knows, who fucking cares. This will be here far beyond my existence, and this was here far before I was even a twinkle in anybody's eye. So why am I worrying about XYZ, ABC, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, as long as I'm not doing anything that I deem to be distasteful to my character and to my identity, as long as I'm not raping, as long as I'm not molesting, murdering is more or less a question mark, because I do believe there are some people that do deserve to be dead. As long as I'm not kidnapping, as long as I am not doing harm to others that don't deserve to be harmed, I'm not doing anything wrong, regardless of what others will say, because I realize we all share a view, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're watching the exact same thing. It doesn't necessarily mean we experience it the same. Some of us see in HD, and some of us only see in fucking black and white. Some of us only see certain channels. Some of us only see in fuzzy. Some of us have audio but no vision. Some of us have vision but no audio. It's just so many different ways, and I'm aware of that. And every time I interact with somebody new, I'm just thinking, fuck, what face to put on. Oh, clearly we don't start with the real one. I don't really work too often. But at the end of the day, I'll show you my real face. It's just, most people won't accept it. So I was like, it is what it is. It was nice talking to you. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I generally mean that most of the times. I don't mean the voice, but I do generally hope those that I interact with, because I assume I interact with good people. That's not always the case. I just assume, though, I interact with good, kind souls. And I really just, I don't know. I guess I just want people to enjoy their existence, or the experience, more or less. Even though I don't I may one day, but not today. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not next week. But maybe one day I'll learn what face to show for everybody. Because there's so many different people, and I'm not trying to please everybody. Fuck everybody. Just some people. But I would say 1%. The 99 people that exist, I only care about 1%, and I'm not even always part of it. So it is what it is. Now it's time to enjoy the fucking rest of my day. Because why rush back to a place that I just exist? I'm gonna come out here and enjoy nature.